Have you ever wondered why so many people begin to struggle with their health right after turning 80? It's not always about genetics or luck. Often it comes down to a few hidden forces, powerful, silent, and mostly ignored until it's too late. Reaching 80 is an achievement, but staying strong, clear-minded, and independent beyond that requires more than just crossing your fingers. It requires awareness, because 4 quiet threats are working behind the scenes, slowly wearing down the body. They don't announce themselves. There's no alarm, just a slow fading of energy, balance, and clarity. And by the time most people notice, the damage has already started. In today's conversation, we're going to uncover these 4 hidden health reasons, based on research, real stories, and what doctors are only now starting to fully understand. And most importantly, we'll talk about what you can do to protect yourself or someone you love. Because aging doesn't mean giving up, it means choosing what to let go of and what to fiercely protect. Before we dive into the first reason, take a moment to share this video with someone who is also navigating life after 60 or 70. You might just help them prevent something no one warned them about. Let's begin. Hidden reason, number 1. Silent inflammation that speeds up aging. One of the biggest threats to health after 80 doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. Doctors call it inflammaging, a quiet, chronic inflammation that simmers beneath the surface. It doesn't cause pain at first. You won't see swelling or redness, but slowly, it damages your cells, tissues, and organs. This kind of inflammation builds over decades, through poor sleep, stress, processed food, long hours of sitting, even exposure to pollution. And once it sets in, it starts affecting everything. Your memory, your heart, your joints, your energy. Take someone like George, 82. He walked every day, didn't drink or smoke, but he often felt tired, stiff, and mentally foggy. His regular checkups showed nothing serious, but when he finally saw a specialist, they found high levels of inflammation quietly affecting his entire system. Here's the thing. After 80, the body loses some of its ability to manage inflammation. What didn't hurt you at 60 can now drain you completely. That extra cookie, that late night, that long stretch without movement. It all adds up. But there's good news. You're not powerless. Walking, eating whole foods, drinking more water, getting fresh air, these aren't small things. They're your frontline defense. And the earlier you start, the stronger you stay. Because when inflammation is lowered, your body has more strength to heal, to remember, to move, and to keep showing up for the life you love. Hidden reason, number 2. Muscle loss that steals strength and stability. After age 60, your muscles naturally start to shrink. And after 80, that process speeds up. It happens slowly, so slowly you might not even notice at first. Maybe jars are harder to open. Maybe getting out of a chair takes a second longer. Maybe you start avoiding stairs. This gradual weakening has a name, sarcopenia. And it's one of the biggest reasons older adults lose independence, not because of disease, but because their bodies lose the strength to move safely through life. Muscle isn't just about lifting heavy things. It stabilizes your joints, protects your balance, and helps your metabolism stay healthy. Without it, your risk of falls skyrockets, and one fall after 80 can change everything. Think about Frank, 84. Sharp, independent, still living on his own, until he tripped on a rug and broke his hip. Recovery was long, hard, and he admitted something heartbreaking. I thought I was stronger than I really was. That's the danger. When your strength fades quietly until one unexpected moment exposes it. But muscle loss isn't a life sentence. It can be slowed, even reversed. Gentle movement, short walks, light weights, resistance bands, enough protein. A few simple habits done consistently make all the difference. You don't have to be an athlete. You just have to be steady enough to rise from bed, go to the store, water your plants, and live your life with dignity. Because after 80, muscle isn't vanity, it's survival. And it's never too late to start rebuilding it. Hidden reason, for 3. Poor sleep that weakens the body and mind. Sleep changes with age, but that doesn't mean you should accept restless nights and groggy days as just part of getting older. Because after 80, poor sleep does more than make you tired. It slowly breaks down your body's ability to recover, think clearly, and fight illness. You might notice it first as forgetfulness, irritability, trouble concentrating, but beneath the surface, something deeper is happening. Your body repairs itself during sleep. Your brain clears out toxins. Your immune system resets. And when sleep becomes fragmented, shallow, or too short, those healing processes are cut short too. Alice, 86, thought waking up 4 times a night was normal. She didn't complain, but she started feeling foggy, caught colds more often, struggled to finish her thoughts. Her doctor didn't just give her a pill. He helped her build better habits, a regular bedtime, morning sunlight, less caffeine, a cool, dark room. And slowly her clarity returned. Most people assume there's nothing they can do about bad sleep at this age. But that's not true. Small changes matter. Moving during the day, calming your evenings, making your bedroom a space for rest, not noise or tension. Because after 80, sleep is medicine. And better sleep can mean better balance, better memory, stronger immunity, and more energy to enjoy what matters most. It's not just about how long you sleep, it's about how deeply you rest. Hidden reason number 4, loneliness and the loss of daily purpose. There's a quiet threat that many don't talk about. It doesn't show up in blood tests. It doesn't cause physical pain, but it can shorten life faster than some diseases. It's loneliness and the feeling of no longer being needed. After 80, the world often gets smaller. Friends pass away, family moves farther, health limits outings, and slowly the days grow quieter. Not just in sound, but in meaning. Think of Bill, 88. He kept his house tidy, watched the news, made his meals. But some days he went without speaking to a single soul. What he missed most wasn't activity, it was connection. The feeling that his presence still mattered to someone. This isn't just about emotion. Studies show that isolation affects immune health, increases cognitive decline, and raises the risk of early death. But it's not the silence itself, it's the absence of purpose. When roles disappear, parenting, careers, caretaking, it's easy to ask, why get up today? But purpose doesn't have to be grand, it can be a garden, feeding birds, writing a note, calling someone, waving to the neighbor across the street. The smallest acts create rhythm, connection, and meaning. Because the heart, even in old age, still needs to feel seen, still needs to give, and still needs to matter. If you or someone you love is drifting into isolation, ask gently, what gives you purpose right now? Then protect that purpose, like it's medicine, because in many ways, it is. Final thoughts. If you've stayed with us this far, pause for a moment, not in fear, but in clarity. Living past 80 is a gift, but how we arrive there, strong or fragile, vibrant or withdrawn, depends on things we often overlook. Not because we're careless, but because these threats are quiet. Inflammation, muscle loss, poor sleep, emotional isolation. They don't knock loudly. They settle in gently until suddenly they're stealing strength we thought we still had. But here's the good news, it's not too late. These aren't just facts, they're signals. And every small change you make, this week, this month, this year, can protect your body, your mind, and your peace of heart well beyond 80. What spoke to you today? Was it the hidden inflammation, the fragile strength, the healing power of deep sleep, or the reminder that even in stillness we must feel needed? Whatever it was, don't let it stay as just information. Let it become action, a choice to protect what matters most, to move a little more, to rest more deeply, to reach out, to stay curious. Because aging well isn't about resisting time. It's about moving through time with intention, with wisdom, with the kind of strength that comes from choosing yourself. Again and again. You still have so much to offer, so much to live, so much to feel. Thank you for joining us today. If something here resonated with you, share your thoughts below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you found this message helpful, pass it on. Someone you love might be waiting for this exact reminder. Until next time, Stay steady, stay present, and stay rooted in what makes life worth living.